Welcome back to Paranormal Happenings. We head back to Malcolm Robinson, founder of SPI, and ask him how he approaches each alien and UFO sighting, and also his opinion on crop circles.
We approach every single UFO sighting with a very, very sceptical mind. Even although I firmly believe in an alien presence, I go there to disprove everything I possibly can until it's just so overwhelming that I've got to say, you know, where do we go from here? So really, we do try and disprove, to this day, we try and disprove UFO reports until they prove otherwise. 95%, you've got to understand, 95% of all UFO reports have natural, identifiable solutions. This only leaves a small 5%. 3% of that 5 could be our own black budget technology, super stealth aircraft, the Aurora aircraft, and the American and British government machine are probably more than happy for the ground-based observer to look up into the sky. Wow, look at that! And it's our own. It's our own technology. And I think 3% of that 5% is our own stuff. More so maybe over Nevada, Area 51, where they're test flying some bizarre prototype craft. Could well be our own. We could go into the realms of, is it back engineered? Is it something back engineered from Roswell or from somewhere else? Possibly, but that's speculation. It leaves 2%. 1% of the 2% could be, my opinion, a rare and as yet undiscovered atmospheric phenomena, something akin to ball lightning, something that we don't at this point in time can quantify, something atmospheric, something that people are seeing but misreading and misperceiving that as something fanciful. 1% doesn't sound much out of 100. 1%, I am absolutely 100% convinced that we are dealing with this 1% is alien. What is alien? Is it interdimensional? Is it extraterrestrial? Do they have bases in the oceans? And you've got to understand that many, many really good reports of UFOs have been seen coming from out of the oceans and diving back into the oceans. They may well have bases here. So it's a potpourri, if you like, of a whole range of different ways to look at this subject. But the end and bottom line is we are dealing with something real. We're dealing with something that's always been with us. Crop circles. Well, I mean, my God, I love crop circles. I love the county of Wiltshire. I've been down to Wiltshire many times. I mean, obviously crop circles are not a Wiltshire-based phenomena. We know that. It happens in Hampshire and all over the UK and all over the world. And it's amazing because initially in 1980 we had these singular crop circle patterns, just your normal circles. And then after that we had these what's known as pictograms and insectograms, where we had these boxes and cubes and variations coming from the circles. Absolutely beautiful. I didn't know then if we were dealing with an alien presence. Was it UFOs coming down, like some pastry maker thing that made these things? I didn't know. I really didn't. Now, one of my friends is a chap called Matthew Williams. He's based in Wiltshire. He stays near Devizes in Wiltshire, and he's a wonderful guy. He's a researcher, and he is a self-proclaimed crop circle maker. Everybody knows it, and he makes some amazing designs. However, trying to ask Matthew, did you make this design? Did you make that design? He won't confirm it. We know that he does them. He's been used by Japanese television. He's been used by British manufacturers to make something for advertisements. There's a chap called Michael Glickman, Professor Michael Glickman, who is well known to Matthew. And he says, Matthew, I don't believe you're making these crop circles. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to send over a design, because he lives in Germany, this Michael Glickman. I'm going to send over a design by email, and if you can make that and photograph that and send it back to me, then okay, I'll accept it. So he sent this intricate design over to Matthew Williams from Germany. He caught it by email. Matthew assembled his troops, if you want to use that word. Guys, we got this from Glickman. Let's go and do it. So under the cover of darkness, they made this phantasmagorical crop circle, which was really elaborate. They got on step ladders and went up with a pole, with a camera on the pole, with a little pulley thing to pull the shutter, and photographed it. They then sent it over to Germany. And Michael Glickman went, my God, they've done it. But rather than admit defeat gracefully, Michael Glickman then contacted the local Wiltshire Constabulary and said that there's a gentleman in your area, who in your jurisdiction, who is raping, if you like, if you want to use that word, the fields of Wiltshire, destroying the fields of Wiltshire. And I've got proof, because, and here we go. The police became involved. They arrested Matthew at his home. They confiscated all his equipment, his stomping boards, his computers. He never got those computers back. Months and months later, and they were all destroyed. A lot of files was destroyed, photographs were destroyed. Now Matthew has said to me, he says, Malcolm, even although all these crop circles are man-made, and believe you me, it's not just our group that's doing it. We have the Wessex Skeptics, we have a whole range of different crop circle makers. There's about 12 teams in England alone making these crop circles, trying to outdo one another, trying to get into the Sunday Mail, trying to say, well, that's ours. But he says, Malcolm, even although we do these circles ourselves, there is still something operating in this area. I says, how do you mean? Well, he says, when we're out in the fields, there's these balls of light drop down for the sky. They're not flares, we don't know what they are, and they move zigzagging in and out the top of the crop formation. And then sometimes we see these tall, shadowy figures standing at the edge of the crop circles. And Matthew said to me, Malcolm, we've thought we've been rumbled. God, somebody's caught us. So we walk up to this person, okay, you caught us. And the chap disappears. He's no longer there. And Matthew is a very nice guy, and if he said that to me, he's not making it up. You can take that to the bank. So even though the vast majority of crop circles are man-made, there is still something paranormal, anomalous, being associated with the subject, which we don't know what is. Strange.